God damn it. Hang on. Shit. Whoops. There we go. There's a few people showing up. All right, guys. Thought it was going to be kind of lonely today. Good day to you. B&B Hophead. Oh, yeah. I remember you from... always makes me think that you're into beer. Hops. I don't know why, but that's what I get when I see Hophead. Has the mic volume here okay, guys? I'm kind of changing things around a little bit. Oh, let's see here. Since I got this new monitor, everything's a little different. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. All right, we'll get a few more in. Yeah, we'll give it 5 minutes. We'll get rolling. Oh, Martin, you're very welcome. I enjoy these. I actually prefer these to what I do on Fridays, where it's just me. I've often threatened to do that on Fridays. It's more interactive rather than just me talking to myself. Hang on. I'm going no camera today. My allergies are just, oh God, they're so bad right now. You don't need to see that. I'll be muting regularly and sniffing and snorting. We're gonna move. We're looking. We're down to 2 cities we're gonna move to. All right, we'll get there. Okay, guys, let's see. So I usually give them till 5 after. Oh, shit, I got a pretty good lineup today. Good mix of some crypto and some traditionals. I got James M giving us some Bitcoin. Interesting times here in the market. The manipulation in the stock market is just obscene. Just obscene. If you think these markets aren't manipulated, you're not paying attention. Hang on. I got you. But manipulation is it's just part of the game, right? You can't fight it. You have to just absorb it, embrace it. You can't go, oh, look at this fucking manipulation. It's just reality. We are not upset of your condition. Everything is good. One thing, mic closer would be nice. But oh, we can barely hear it. Okay, so I've got volume on this. This is a new mic too. Oh, hang on. Let's see. It's like a touch. There we go. There we go. Let's get that all the way. There we go. That should be better. B&B Hophead. Is that a little bit better? I'm like speaking right on the mic. That should be better. So that's the mic volume up all the way. Let's see. Yeah, I'm all the way up. Check. Yeah, I can't. That's all the way up. That's better? Okay, good. All right, guys. I always appreciate you guys spending a little time out of your day to hang out with me here. Perfect. Okay, good. All right, we'll give it another minute. All right, I got to mute again. Jesus Christ. The mute button's on the back of the All right, there's Elton John, as I call him. I don't know why his name is Elon Jr., but when I see it, I see Elton John. All right, so, okay. Adrian, I'm going to start with Tesla here, which is kind of a difficult count. Well, it's kind of good news, bad news. Oh, there's so much in here that's just ridiculous, right? All right, anticipate. And we got a 50 there. It's golden there. All right, one minute, we'll get her going. All right, let's do it. All right, let me get the disclaim. We've all been disclaimed. Disclaim. All right, so first up, this is, I've got two counts here. We're gonna look at two here. The Elliott count in here is a bit squirrely. Now, I will be the first in line to tell you that before I started teeing these up, I called on one of my lead senseis here. PK, you know him, you love him. You know, if you're in the Discord, you know what a monster he is. He's just a very, very skilled Elliotician. He gave me a couple of counts, which I'm going to work in here. This is where I started. I just started looking at this going, well, okay, Al, you know Al's going to be in here all over the place. So this is just really pretty remarkable. So I can pull from the top here, and it's a 50. So swing, right? So here, let's just draw it, right? So you guys see this. Swing, retrace, right? 50, golden zone. You could, depending on those pivots. First target, second target. All right, so that's the first one we get. Let's get you out of there. Right, then we have this one, right? So I'm just going from swing low, right? Golden zone. Note, not the 618 in the zone. Right now, you see here, this was clearly right, just liquidity up here. Oh, it looks like there's a little fair value gap right here that could be reacting off of too. That would make sense, right? Pull that over. Boom, golden zone. It's so. I mean, there's just no place where it doesn't dominate, right? It is the algo that you got to pay attention to. Now, there's of course, you've heard me say many times, gazillion algos in here. This is the one we can identify because of these footsteps. Oh God, it looks like you had another one here, probably. All right, 50, got second target. It's just all over the place, especially something like Tesla, which is traded so heavily. All right, it's just one. So do you see what we have here now? Golden zone to golden zone. Just pinging between the two. Now, here's a count that did not occur to me, right? PK gave me this. Because if you just look at straight Elliott, it's so bearish. It's kind of hard. Myro, Tia, BMX. Joe Mel, I say okay. I may have some time. I think you're asking for some requests there. The bearish count is so bearish that I went back to PK and said, "Oh man, really? We're looking for sub 100." So then he gave me this, which is kind of interesting. So this would be A, B, C, D into an E, and then on with the continuation with the uptrend. Now note here, this is in algorithmic, right? So we're focused in over here. Obviously, right? The algos are trading this off of just arithmetic, right? With I don't know how many pings we got there. There's probably more if I went down to smaller time frames. So as we sit here, okay, this is already a little funky, right? It's so many threes. That's what's making this difficult, right? The impulses are all part of threes. So you got a clear impulse here. I mean, this is sometimes I'm like, oh God, right? Should I do this? But I think if I just give you the count, right, I don't think there's as much value there, right? So this is a very difficult count, right? And this is from Sienna Plays asking for this, right? He didn't have a count for, right? I mean, this is from an Elliott perspective. This is difficult, or from any perspective. Like, what are we doing here, right? This has been the monster winner for the last 7-8 years, and all of a sudden now we're split adjusted here. So the numbers, right? They look. You're like, really? We're going to sub 100? Well, okay, but I got a 5. I've got a 3. Now here's the impulse I get. There's a couple of impulses here. This is an impulse right here. Probably got an impulse here, and you've got another impulse here. So trying to string these together is often what you find yourself doing. Going, okay, where are the 5s and the 3s? Now this, you have to back your ass into this to make this a 3. So you gotta. It's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle, right? Because if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 via leading diag, right? So all the conditions are there, but we got to turn that into a 3. Which is a little bit of a, granted, right? There are times where you just got to take what the market is implying, and it may not be perfect Elliott. So if this is going to play as a leading diag into an A, you got to do a little bit of a shuffle here as well. But you can see here, we don't get any new lows here. So this is, you could probably work a 1, 2, A, B, C into a B here. Then this 1, 2, 3, 4 extension of the 5th, you're kind of stuck with that. So A, B, C gives you an A. A, B, C gives you a B. A, again, it's a little bit of a, you're kind of, you got to be careful about this kind of Elliott here, although it does play, right, that you're not doing this to accommodate what you want to get here, right? Is that really into a B? Oh, okay, right. So we're going to, we got an impulse here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C into a B, right? So it's a little bit of a, there are times where it's not going to be, drop dead perfect 5s and 3s, right? It's just not, right? To expect that is, I think, a mistake. And so if you want to trade something like Tesla, you've got to work with what's here. So as it sits right now, anybody want to sell that? No, right? I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't fall, but would you want to sell right into that golden zone any more than the only people buying here are people that don't know that that's there, right? Period, right? And the only people selling here are people that don't know that that's there. Now, how do you not draw up the 618, right? Now, you may not put the 65 and call it a golden zone, right? As I have done, but certainly you're going to know the 618's there, right? So really, you're going to sell right into the 618. Again, I'm not saying that couldn't fall from there. That's never what I'm saying. But in terms of, I always take this back to, okay, let's say, if you sold it here thinking, oh, it's going to go, it's going lower. And, you get stopped out and you take a loss there and then you come back and look at it. What are you going to write in your journal about why you took that trade? Well, I was sure that it was going to break that 618. Based on? Oh, the fundamentals where, they're cutting prices, the blah, 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 right? Okay. Again, this algo this is not why it moves, right? The algo is not why it sells. This is how it moves from golden zone to golden zone to golden zone to golden zone. It just goes back and forth, right? The algo. So the algo really is, what's our trend here? Short-term trends down, right? I'm on a daily. Well, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, right? It's lower lows right now. We're not there yet, but a series of lower high, 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 right? So the trend is clearly down, even though we've got some uptrends within all of it. If we just focus on the highs, it's just a series of lower highs. So you say, well, okay, I wanted to sell there because I'm just following the trend of lower highs. Well, okay, but as is always, right, what we would teach, and the longer you're around the market, okay, if you're bearish, this is not where you sell it, numbskull. You got to, well, I shouldn't say it that way, right? You got to wait for a retrace here so that you can go into it, right? You got, oh, come here. You got to let it come retrace a little bit. Now you sell going into that. So if it bounces there, you don't, you're not, oh, okay, it's going to break it. Well, if it breaks it, okay, great. Well, now you might tighten up a little bit here, but to sell right there is it's just somebody's doing it, right? Obviously somebody's doing it. Puts are being purchased. Is it, I run out of things to say. Like, why in your right mind would you do that? So a count here, well, right. So this would be A, B, C, D, right? Maybe right now. It's always a lot. Triangles. That's what makes them so tricky, right? You don't really know you've got one. You can't confirm it until you got it, right? To go from C to D to E, you know, it's a lot to forecast. But if we look at the bearish count. Now I switched to logarithmic here just to so we could see some more of this, right? If we go back here, you know, you can't see anything if you're not in logarithmic. So I would encourage you to look at both. Now, given our range here, right, we're going from $11 to $400. So we have the range here that would warrant at least looking in log scale. Okay, well, if we're going to do a 5 into a 3, now again, you're kind of doing a little bit of an Elliott shuffle there to work that so that it plays as a 2, because you can't go 1, 2. Well, I suppose you could go 1, 2, 1, 2. But then that's so bearish, you're down here in the low teens, right? And so, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come down here sub 100. You know, I'm not saying it's not possible. Now, of course, now if we start pulling here, our fibs, well, now we're at a 50. Right? If I take it out of log scale, we're at its golden zone. Yet again, why in your right mind would you sell that? Unless you just didn't know, right? Now you know, right? So I'm not saying that can't sell off further. I'm just saying that's not the right place to do it. I repeat myself, I know. But, you know, I never know who knew, right? If you get away with it, that's probably the worst possible outcome. Because then you're going to do it the next time too, right? And sooner or later, you know, you're going to regret that, right? And it's the same thing. You're going to write this into your journal. What, right? Your trading journal, or I like to think you keep some record of trades like this, particularly something that's long-term like this. Well, I entered at the 50. Oh, you bought it at the, no, I shorted it at the 50. Why did you short it at the 50? I don't know. I just had a hunch. Because it certainly you couldn't say, well, technically, so, you know, are we going to come down here? It's hard to bet against Tesla, right? It's like betting against the Chiefs, right? You I know, but you know, some of you guys not in the States, right? Might not feel that the same way, but it's just, God, the guy delivers, right? I mean, he's a complete whack job, but he delivers, right? He's a genius, whack job, right? They kind of go together. So is there a trade here, right? Ultimately, I think that's what Sienna Plays is asking. Is there a trade here? Well, the only trade I see, right, regardless of these counts, is to be long, right? Based technically. Well, if it's going to be a triangle, we got an ABC, right? You're at the golden zone. Wouldn't you play for the D, right? Now you may not be going after new all-time highs, but right, come back again. Well, what's the range? Well, the only thing you have left to play with here is this range, right? So could we do the D here? Well, nothing says we couldn't. Right, that's going to be, you see how big the A is, B, C, we're getting kind of tiny. So that brings the E back over here to put it into, okay, does that make sense? Put gun to my head, I'm buying a call here, right? I buy a call spread. 185, I might even do a ladder, right? So I'd sell, just for the protection here, I might sell a 220 and a 235, right? So to offset the cost, because if this lingers and you don't want the time, right? That's always time's your enemy. Where if you're buying calls, it's your friend if you're selling calls, right? So I would buy a long call here and sell. I'd ladder out. Right? So you're doing kind of a ratio spread. I can always roll if it starts to go, right? If it starts to go up here, I can always roll these calls up. Right, so yes, I'm going to take a loss here, but I'm getting good dollar for dollar gains here, right? Because I'm buying at the money, so now I'm in the money. Okay, I push these up, so I offset, right? All I'm trying to do is break even here and offset the cost. So as this comes up, I can roll up, buy back the 220 and sell a 240, buy back the 235 and sell a 255, right? So I'm covering those costs. That's what I would do, as opposed to just buy it here. Again, it's not a great play. I mean, just here, what do I have on there? 21 EMA, right? You're under the EMA, right? You're just, let's go down here real quick before I get off of this. You do have the kind of pattern you'd look for, right? This is, whether it's Elliott or market structure or ICT or SMC, right? This is the pattern you're looking for. Here's the sweep of the low. Now we go up here. Now, ideally, right, to make this even better, right, this is really what you'd want. I am on a daily here. You want it to grab this, right? So you'd get here. This would be a change of character, as we just, right? You would prefer, and again, I'm on the daily here. You prefer to see this get up here and break that. Now come back down, right? Do it in a 3, all the better, right? So we come in here. There's likely there's demand here, because why can I say that with conviction? Because if we're gonna get this move here to break that swing high, well, money had to be committed here to make that happen. Maybe you go up here and you fill the gap. All right, one thing for sure, right? I'd like to think we can all recognize here. If it does that, that's not where you buy it. No, not as it's filling the gap. You always want to be buying or retrace. You don't buy when it's going up, right? That you're being baited, right? The manipulation here is to bait you into buying it. Right? You have to recognize every move in the market, right? There's some manipulation going on, right? To suck retail in, always, right? So you have to think that way. Okay, what are they trying to do here, right? So same here. Oh, let's get the breakout short sellers to take this, and because they don't know the golden zone's there. So okay, well, I didn't quite get it. Now, it's not that we couldn't, right? But ideally, you'd get the change of character here. And you'd bring this up here, and we get that. Now we come back down here. So, again, you maybe go to a 4-hour, something like this. You get some sort of an imbalance here, something you could work with. You don't have anything great here, right? So this would, you'd have to transit. This would be your order block here, but I'd probably just do it this way. God damn it, come here. I don't like this. But I would have preferred to see it go up there and do that. So I don't think there's a trade here. Maybe, right? Get a little higher, fill the gap, come back down. Then I think you got it, right? Then something like this, right? Fill that gap, come back down in a 3. Maybe there's an imbalance here you could trade off of, and then you can go long. As it sits right now, maybe a nibble at a something small there. I wouldn't be overly aggressive here just yet. It's too soon. If you do, you're just going off of the golden zone here, and you're guessing. Well, okay, what do I have there? One, two, this is what I'd wait for. And then again, that's just me. I'm not saying don't buy it or don't sell it. I mean, I'm rarely, you got to make your own decisions. I'm just looking at, well, okay, based on what we have to work with here, is there some particularly attractive stance here I could take? Well, all right, Jesus, golden zone, right? So yeah, you could buy that. So if you're itching for a trade in Tesla, I'd be doing a call spread here. So that's what I got seeing in place. Let me hang on a second. All right. Road clear. Look at the market come all the way back. Manipulation is the name of the game they play. Okay, so I got Tesla. The other one over here. Let's wait and see what happens. Okay, so next up, I got golden ratio. Wants curve. Okay, let's look at curve here. Wait a sec. That's not what I want. I'm gonna get a feedback loop there. Hang on. Curve, copy link. How did that happen? There it is. Okay, let's try that again. Is that it? There we go. All right, now I got curve, so let me copy this. Save. All right, golden ratio. Love that handle. Oh, this is some nice work. All right, so as is what I would typically do, right? I don't want those to influence me, not just yet. Okay, so we're gonna go with a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So this, I agree, right? Okay, so let's check it. So first, we're in arithmetic. All right, so the conditions ratio, golden ratio that we're looking for. Okay, that's good, right? So we have the overlap, so we know we need to just double check, right? It's always good. Sometimes eyeballing it, you can miss it. All right, you're not sure. All right, let's just make sure. Right. Okay, so as it sits right now, what are we going to do with that? we can't quite get away with the leading diag here. You know, this is one of those, technically speaking, right? 5 is not longer than 3, right? So for a true leading diag, because we have the overlap, this would be disqualified, right? You could not. I say that. Is it a 5? Well, it sure looks like a 5. What else are we going to do with that? Well, so how could we do this? 5, 3, 5, 3. No, we can't do it, right? There's even a 5, 3, 5. This looks like 5. You're kind of fucked here, actually. Either way. What's going on with curve here? How are we going to get that done? Let's go to a line chart just to see how we look here. That's a pain in the ass. What are we going to do with that? Jesus, here, give me a second here to get something. I got to just get my eyeballs on this. Well, this is one of those annoying, right? You want to call it a 5 because it's your, I mean, you've got 5 swings here, but you technically can't get away with that. 1, 2. We got a clear 3 here. So here, let's start over. Shit. All right, let's see if we go 1, 2 here. Maybe we can pull this off here. You were not, oh, we are in log scale. Okay. Let's just check that again now. All right, since we're out of log here, I can't get that to work, right? That's just, you can't get an Elliott count to work there, which is kind of annoying, right? We can't, 3 longer than 1, 5 shorter than 3. Oh shit, PK, you got something there if you're on? I don't see it. Well, okay, let's think about this. All right, so this is I hate to, sorry to do this. All right, I got to start scratch here. So let's remove. So this would have to be corrected, right? So it's got to be part. So it's not. We can't call this a motive weight. Well, fuck. Technically we can't. So it would have to be part of a correction, right? So you'd have to look at it this way and say, okay, well, what happened on this side? You know, again, I show it so much, I almost feel silly doing it. We got 3 in a row there. We might. 1. Now I did not set this up. I did not reach out to golden ratio. Talk about a great handle for this. 1, 2, 3. So when you hear me say, right, they don't care what side because eventually they'll get on a run like this. You probably got another one here. Nope. Maybe from the top. Oh no. Oh no, now we're too far. Okay. All right. So we have a nice series here. What are we pinging off of here? Likely that this fair value gap up here into, oh, you'd probably have some supply up here. All right. So well, shit, it doesn't matter. Okay. Right. So here, right, the thing with a fair value gap is why you want to draw your attention to it, because there's always going to be an order block on the other side of it. So if I do this and let's put that as a sell zone order block, right? So this being a fair value gap, let's fill that in. All right, so whenever you have a fair value gap, you got to look above it, right? That's where your supply is going to be. So we come right up to it, and then we start our series, right? We get boom, 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 right? The algo gets paid. Okay, so let's reevaluate here now that we have some sense of what's happening here. Hang on, God damn it. Got to clear it again. Okay, so this has to be part of a corrective structure here. So my first inclination is to think this, something like that. All right, we got to rethink what we're doing here. Well, let's do it this way. Bring that down, sliding parallel. Oh, commonly. All right, do something like that. So A, B, shit. Oh, shit. I don't know that it matters, right? So we've got to do, let's get that one tightened up here. So can we get this to fly? Do we have to do it here? Well, now we got a diag, right? So it's the same challenge down here, right? So we got to look at this and say, okay, well, it's 5 longer than 3, 3 longer than 1. Looks like 3 is longer than 1. How about 5? We may end up cock blocked on both sides. Yep. Damn it. Whew, it's a good thing I don't have the camera on because I'm seriously dealing with some allergic reaction here. Okay, so what are we going to do with that? Diag, diag, diag. ABC, 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 ABC. Oh, there's PK. Oh, PK to the rescue. What do you got? Counting curve. Give me. He's working on it, right? This is nice to have these guys to support you. That's a bitch, right? So A, I kind of want to go B there. PK, I'll have something like that. Looks, well, fuck, careful, right where 0 is. Here's 0. I've done that before. Oh, well, look, that will come down here to. Oh, there's 0. I don't see anything better here. I don't love this as a B, but I can't make it fly as a motive. PK working on it. Okay, so let's we'll come back to this. I'll give him a second, see if my Elliott Wizards can come up with something there. I don't see it, right? So now my view with that is, if I have to struggle for something like that, next chart, right? I don't want to work that hard to find a trade. Now it's different, right? When we're looking at something together here, and we're, he may have a position in it, but if I have to struggle to get a count, next chart. That's just me, right? How I do it. Let's see what PK comes up here. So I'm going to move off of that so I don't lose you guys here with boredom. And let's get back to, what do I got here? Golden ratio. We'll come back to that. But interesting, right? How all those pivots are all golden zones from golden ratio. Okay, I got Dr. Alban. Let's go up here. I'm going to leave that one up there because PK will have something. I guarantee it. Okay. There's very few charts I put in front of him that he can't get a solution. Okay, this looks interesting, Dr. Alban. A solution for shallow wave 2s. Well, a solution? Welcome to the party, right? Well, nobody. Oh, no one worse than Bitcoin for shallow 1-2s, right? I was going to say, well, if this is Bitcoin, there is no solution, right? It's just notorious for that. Let's get the volume off just for a second. Not that I don't look at volume. It's just I'm freeing up the chart here. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Oh, what are you giving me there? This is RSI divergence. Okay, that's a good way to go. Okay, 1-2, 1-2 should be valid count. Wave 2 would be more close to typical levels for wave 2s. Okay, so he's going. Okay, I see what he's doing. Now, this just I do this. I can't. This just drives me nutty when those are on there. It could be just me. But I got to take those off. Okay, so let's brighten that up a little. Come here. All right, so 1-2. All right, well that you could do that a couple of different ways. So let's get. It's not that these aren't valuable. I just have to get them in a format that I can understand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you could do this either way, right? You could do it. You can solve this either way. This is the 2 I think he's talking about. Okay, so doing it this way, they're not that problematic, right? It's 50. Yeah, we're in log. Wouldn't matter terribly. Since he gave it to me in log, we'll stay in log. Do we need to be in log? That's from 15, right? Remember, minimum 3 times the range. So we don't need to be in log, but since that's how he gave it to me, let's go with that, right? So 50. 50. 1, 2. All right. So those two, so wave 2 would be more close to typical wave 2s. Not sure I follow your initial comment about what's up with the solution for them. Or maybe you're proposing a solution for the shallow wave 2s. This part here, I think there's little dispute amongst Elliotticians that we have to trade this as a flat. 1, 2, right? A, B, C, or fuck, W. It wouldn't matter, right? It's a 3 all day. And then we come off of it with that. So that seems this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? This is you got to dig in there, but you know, A, B, C, right? It's doable. Fuck, it could be W, X, Y, right? Again, it doesn't matter at this point, right? It's corrective, right? Now with this, do we care? So, you know, ultimately we may care about what we're projecting for. But 1, 2, all right, we got a 3 here. Well, let's put. All right. So here would be here. We know this is going to be very close to the 1618. So we got a good candidate here for a 3, and you know the harder part of the count is the 1, 2 in here. I think maybe that's what he's referring to, because you'd have to do this as the 4, right? It has to be of the internal count. So you know we've looked at this repeatedly a number of different ways, right? One that James M had early that probably flies, right? And then you have a very shallow. Oh, let's see. Oh shit, that does have a. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If a leading diag here, that would be a very shallow 2. What's your alternative? Because that's a 3 here. One of the earlier counts we looked at was 1, A, B, 2, 3, 4. Right? It has to be 5 up here. So let's get that. Oh, come on. Let's get you down here. Something in white. How about that? We'll go white here. Okay, so, I mean, you could put it here. It's a little bit of like, okay, right? What PK does it matter? Can't quite get it here. This is a 3, so you're a little semi screwed here, right? You could do it here, and then you got another 1, 2 in it. And again, I don't know that it matters, right? So this is definitely very odd, but we have to call that the 4, right? We're not progressing the trend. We get an expanded B or X, or, you know, again, I don't know that it matters, right? But this has to be our 4 now, right? We can all say that, right? Okay, well, now where are we going? All right, well, let's go down to a 4 hour. I've got another one from James M. Be interesting to see how he relays this. Looks like 1, 2. Again, you got a shitty 2, right? So, all right, we're doing 1, 2. What other choice do you have? You don't really. 3, 4, 5. Let's bring that. Oh, Jesus, come here. Let's go. I guess we got to go micro. Micro in yellow here so it stands out. Going for the 5 of the 3. Did we get locked? No. Let's go to a 60. So you end up very similar to that earlier position. Jesus, looks like you'd have to do it. Let's zig in there. Boy, that's not much of a start, is it? WX, really. Do you have it there? Maybe you do, actually. Let's go up a degree. Oh, fuck, come here. That's been happening to me. Man, I don't know why I keep getting that. Let's go up. Boy, I can't seem to get that today. Sub-micro is what I'm after. 1. This would have to be another 1, 2. It's kind of squirrely in there, so that has to be your 3, 4. Now we got another 1, 2. Nice. All right, welcome to the party here of trying to get a handle on this. 1, 2 here. Decent. 3, 4, right? That would not, can't do it there, right? Because we would have overlap here. So this gets a little squirrely in here. This would have to be a 2. I'm on a 60. That has to be a 2 because we're overlapping here. So we'd lose the motives or the impulse. Jesus, what's with me today? You'd lose the motive wave. That's a little tricky. Sure. Now you probably do need these here. So now, what's happening here? You're reaching the point where you want something to be done here. So this is often what the Elliottician has to do. You have to work backwards. Okay, so if this is a 2, then something would have completed here. Can I get that done there? Phew, that's ugly. Oh, hang on. I'll get this. I just keep looking for PK. You don't have a solution on curve yet either. All right, if that's... I got a 1 here. I got a 2 here. I do get a... Oh, shit, so you'd have to do it. You're going to have to do... Oh, God, that's ugly. I can go 1, 2. Come here. 1, 2. Am I going to have to do this? 3, 4, 5. God, that's off. Oh, jeez, I can't. I don't know why that's going for me. I'm going to have to do that. A, B, C. Do we can we get that done? I don't know that we can. Here. It looks like maybe a triangle in there. This is, well, that's yesterday. So we have to get done here. Oh, that's horrible. Here's fine. Oh, I don't like that. Right. Well, so I mean, it can't be that, right? Look at the 2 relative to the 4. It just can't be. Oh God, that's 2 in a row here. Let's see what James M has got for that, because he's next in line here. Maybe he can give us a solution. It can't finish that way. So we'd be back to, God, do we have to finish this as a diag like this? I don't think we can. I don't think it would. Well, that's a 5 all day, period. That's a 5. 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. But that has to be a leading diag, can't be an ending diag. All right, let's see what James, maybe he's got a solution for us. Let's see what he's got. I don't have it, just they're looking at it quickly. James M, so let me get a copy here. Maybe he's got this on something smaller. Save, yes. Okay, so top left. Oh, you're giving me 8 hours. All right. James M, right? So foundational to his approach is channels, which you've seen many times. All right, so very hot RSI, which we saw. I think everybody saw that yesterday. Okay, so how is he getting us out of here? Okay, so he's putting another 1, 2 in there, right? So I can, if I come back to what we were doing up here, he's gonna put another 1, 2 in here. That may solve it. Let's go back to his 1, 2. Oh shit! See what he's doing? He's going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That may be what we have to do here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jesus, 1, 2. Well, that's very bullish. Let's see, James. Let me go down to a 4. See how this looks. All right. So here's the 4 that we just launched from. Right. So that's way back here. Man, I can't seem to get that to fly today. All right. So here's the 4. Now we go off. That's his 4 here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, that solves it. Thanks for that one, James. Although it looks like you're dying to put a triangle in there, right? But you can't. No triangle in the second. So I'm going to change that color just so it stands out a little bit more. Let's put that here. 1, 2. Still seeking that third. Excuse me. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put that in a different color, right? You guys put it in the same color. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want. I want that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, seeking the 5th, right, to give me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that does it. All right. I'm surprised he doesn't have this channel on there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like what we got here. Right? This is a high class problem, right? We got too many 1, 2s. What? Every time there's a 1, 2, it gets more bullish. Because there's a 3, 4, 5 yet to come off of this. So we're getting up here, putting in a third here at 63. We're on our way to a new all-time high, right? If this count holds, if it holds. We are in log. Squirrely, tricky one, right? You don't want to lean too hard into that because look what we're doing. Well, that's just a lot of 1, 2s, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So that's, Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy shit. 5 to get up here to get this complete, and that's only the third. 1, 2, 3, 3 of them here. Very bullish, right? Well, here's one of the, we were just looking at this earlier solution, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, you know, for an Elliottician, there are times where it's, you know, you're trying to make it fit with rules and guidelines, and you end up often just, okay, well, at this moment in time, that's what it looks like. 3, 4, 5. So is there anything to do here, right? If you're not already in, God, I hope you already are in, right? Because now you're kind of chasing. This wouldn't be a great time to be a buyer, right? Now, where could you potentially be a buyer here? If this comes up and completes, and we start to come down here for that 4 off of the center line of this channel, that okay, doable. Oh, you'd have. Let's see if I hide that. Oh shit, there's so many of them here. I'm trying to get that gray out of there. Well, that would give you, I wouldn't give that too much more. Well, there's your golden zone coming the other direction. But if this is a 4, you really don't want it to go that far. This would be 3, 4 relative to this, so you'd be pulling from this for your wave 4. So I wouldn't give it past the 50 there on that, right? So again, squirrely up here, there's almost 6 to 1 on this piece of it. That's tradable right there, right? From the center line of the channel to the outer parallel. That would be a 2618, the length of the 1, 2. You see his 2 and 2618. Damn it, hang on. That's the trade that's there. I think, right? After all of that work between the first one and this one, that's almost 5.5 to 1. Tradable right now. Don't do that. Don't, right? That's tempting. Oh shit. Oh, let's give it a little more room. Don't do that, right? But you got to be disciplined there. Take the, that's a jab. Take the jab. All right. Reevaluate. Is the count changing? If we're coming that deep, right? Well, this would be a 50. If we're coming that deep on the retrace. Told you I was having problems today with the fucking allergies. Tough, and that's the only trade I see there. I mean, from my perspective, right, what I would trade, I would trade that, but I like the entry right on the center line, and you've got the little 3-4 back here, that little pocket. Oh, we probably could pull off of this as well. Ideally, right, it doesn't go that deep. You just get in right there. That's your worst case, best case. You know, not quite 5 to 1. You could trade that with leverage, but you want that to get a good start, right? So, oh Jesus, come here. You want this to get a good, I wouldn't just sit here with a limit order. I want to see a good start there. Now, that's a bummer if it happens while you're asleep, but I'd want to see that maybe a little bit of a push and then go. Right, so I at least I was buying a retrace after a reaction. That's what I see there. All right. So that brings us back to this one, right? Well, here, I won't try and recreate this, but that whole series of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? That's essentially what he's got. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom. It's a lot of 1-2s. Okay, Ben B is back with WPM. This is a regular one that he posts, so must be one he's in a lot. Is this one you don't? Wheaton? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go back to a daily. Did you give me a chart? No, he didn't give me a chart. Let's come out of that. All right, Wheaton, precious metals. Never have I ever looked at this chart before. Okay, what do we got up here? Divergence again. All right, I got to get some perspective on that. All right, something you've never looked at before. I got to see where it's coming from. What have we done here? Do I need to be? I'm not in log scale, so. God, that's an. Jesus. Why are we here, Ben B? Well, there's your low. There's your lowest low. What is that? Well, that's got to be COVID, right? So there's COVID. Oh, God. So, well, so coming out of there, we look here. This is likely. Oh, Jesus. Can we get that done? 3, 4, pull. That's a daily. I got a rough crowd today. Looks like you got that. All right, I got PK's coming back. Does he have curve? Does he have curve? I'll be damned. I think he does. All right. Oh, he had to do it in the line chart. All right, I'm going to come back to that. I don't want to. I'm going to push that off for a second. We'll come back to that. Here, I don't want to get too far off track. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. Lost my place here. Just lost the one I just had. WPM, that's what I had right here. Okay. What the hell are we doing here? Well, that's a triangle all day, right? A, B, C there, so. Well, that just first glance, right? Just you got to put them somewhere. Just kind of look at it. Okay, well, it looks like some sort of corrective action there. Oh, maybe a golden zone there. Not quite. This, right, disrupts everything. So that doesn't really help us. So that's corrective. Now we're coming off of this. Are we impulsive? Looks like we might be. We are. Well, let's, oh shit. 1, 2. Do we get it? It doesn't look like we did. Okay, impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, fuck. Let's get up there. Yeah, well, that's a tell right there that they don't, because you know there are going to be stops there that they don't get them, right? It's a tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, Jesus. Some sort of triangle. I don't know. I'm rusty. So Jesus, 3, 4, 5. I do it that way. Ooh, tough room today. Tough ones. What do we get here? All right. So again, it's surprising. Like look at the pivots at the high and here, right? I guess they got that just barely. Did they? I don't think they did actually. True double, right? True perfect double. So here's the order block sitting there. How do we know it's an order block, right? That's the tell of a good order block. We get displacement on the other side of it. So that would be your bullish order block here, right, with displacement after it. Okay, so we know we can understand. Okay, well, money had to be committed to do that, right? So here there would be demand down here. Looks like I got another. All right, now you start to come together. So I got another impulse there. All right, slowly but surely it starts to take shape. Well, are we done there? Who knows? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I got a good A there. B. Free fall. Oh, we come back down here. This is just consolidation. So, oh, you could just, here, let's just draw it. Edge of value. Right, so this is not surprising. All right, so why do we stop here? Right, consolidation. Right, market's fat and happy here. Come back here, unfilled orders maybe. You're kind of in the middle of no man's land there. Just kind of made that point. To do it there, it almost looks like you have to do a combo there. I don't know that it matters much, right? So as we come down here, now that I'm coming off of that with an impulse, A, B, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, that would fly, right? That's very bullish. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay, why not? All right, so then the next question you have to ask yourself is, why not that? Okay, if it's because, all right, so you saw me piece this together. Why not that? Why not 1, 2? Well, it doesn't look like that's really done, does it? I mean, there's no clear crescendo of, and we've broken the golden zone here. Looks like it's only wick, but still a break, right? Bad sign. That's, yeah, it's just wick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like it needs another leg. Now, you know, we can't. Something like that would get her done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd be looking down here. And you got this to work with here. So if it comes a little bit down here, that's where I would be. Ben B. Oh, what's our price here? $42. Oh, you buy the underlying. Pretty good Elliott channeling here on that on the way up. Oh, then right. So what are the tools that we have, right? So let's look for wave relationships. Okay, if we're coming down here, right? If we're not going to pivot at 100, 127, 138, the next most common. So anything down here would be okay. I don't know what kind of upside you have there, but if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, well, minimum you'd be up over those highs. ABC 1, 2. Why not, right? And I always say, I mean, you want to be critical of your own work, right? You put something together like this and you say, okay, what's wrong with it? Why not that? I don't say anything right off the bat. 5, 3, 5. Working on 3. So what blows this up? Right? If we get lower down here, then you might have to rethink this. Right now, I'd be on the bull side and right up to that 65. We're really here, right? You wouldn't want that to break. So I think you got there, Ben B. Okay, let me come back to curve because I got a PK's trying to give me this here. Okay, so how are we doing this? Okay, well here's where it gets really wacky. Okay, so this would be 4. Jesus, what are you getting there? How are we doing this? How am I getting that triangle in there? Yeah, oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to go corrective A, B, C, D, E. Whoa, that's a squeeze, right? So that just shows you what a squirrely count that is, that we'd have to do that. And you have to get it in a line chart. That's a toughie. Really, what does this say? Maybe curve isn't the place to be trading right now. I mean, this is, you know, as good an Elliottician as I've ever met, and this is what we got here. You know, that's him coming up with something. I don't know that that's... If that really... What'd you give me? What? Oh, I don't see your time frame on that. How did we get out of that? So he did take this as an ABC. Oh, shit. I come back to no trade, right? It's too fucking squirrely. If you're in it, okay, maybe work with PK on this. WXYXZ, right? So 1, 2, maybe your square. Shit, I don't know what your time frame. What? Hang on, I got a comment from him. Nobody sees. Oh, wait a second. Nobody sees the chart on the stream. I think they do see it now, PK. I think they see it. I think they see it. Motive wafer candle with 2 solutions. I'll tell you what, because these are kind of tedious, right? I don't this will bore you guys. I will post these as we often do when we get one that stumps us. I'll post these for members. I'll put it in the channel because he's giving me 2 counts, and then I'll post that. And then for those of you that are not in our Discord, which why are you not in our Discord? It's free. I'll post them. I'll post them under the YouTube vid. Okay, all right. So we got that. Okay, so there are times when it's just not there, right? Which, if it's why force, right? We got so many things to pick from. Okay, so Spitfire. Let's come back here. Spitfire. Am I saying that right? I think that's Spitfire. Okay, Spitfire is giving me TRB. Let me copy this. Hang on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. So many machines in here, it gets really hot. Okay, I'm not muted. Okay, so TRB to the dollar on Binance. All right, we got lots of sexy things in here. So I've got some sort of an RSI down here. I don't know what we're doing there. A CRSI, EWO, wave trend, right? That's a lot of people really like that. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Why the big arrow? Golden zone. Okay. What are the odds, right? Okay. Golden zone, right? Do you see? Right. His colors are just different than mine. That's all. I'll do the full thing. All right. So we go golden zone. Look at the target, right? Can't make this stuff up. Boom, right? You got another shot at it here. 1, 2. Oh shit! You could probably do that. You could probably. Oh, this flies, right? Because this is the lower low. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Very bullish. Into a 3, or is it a 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be the 3. Could be a 1. Right? He's right. He's right. That could go much higher. TRB. What? God, I can't remember what they do. What they're about. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? So we got just textbook. Like, how do we know it's an algo? Not here. It's here. Right? It's the reaction at the target. All right, so let's pull that off since we got that. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, he's right? If this is going to be, if this is that bullish, holy shit, that is really bullish. Well, let's. What are our tools, right, that we don't want to miss, right? So right on the edge of it there. That's a deep pull. I might go to a channel on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we in log? We got to be in log, right? Well, that's complete. So I wouldn't. Well, we got a roadmap up here. Oh, that's nice. Oh, this is nice work, right? So he's marking these off in text. I don't know if he's got that in here some other way. It looks like it's just text, right? Okay, so 1, 2. That's a good way to do it. So you're leaving these targets here, and then why they would be targets. 1, 6, 1, 8, the length of 1. So we can look at that. So you follow what he's doing. 1, 2. Right, 1, 6, 1, 8 of 1. All right. So if this is going to be 1, 2, and we're going to get a true 3 here, well, this isn't. Could this be it? Shorter than 1. Now it's log scale, right? So it's going to be very different out of log scale. Right, but so I mean, there's a great example of when we don't have a choice but to be in log scale, right? You can't. There's nothing you can do with it, right? But note in log scale, golden zone, right? So they don't change it. But in log scale, if we're going to stay in log scale, we're not to the 100% right, length of the 1 yet. So this becomes questionable as to is that the 3, right? Could this be the 3? Probably not, right? So 1, 2, which means okay, if this is the 1. 38 for the 2. Doesn't look like it's done, does it? Oh shit, he's giving me a 4-day. That's interesting. There's one you don't see often, a 4-day. All right, let's get that up. 1, 2, 3. Clearly the 4. Clearly the 4. Big kicker in the 5th. Well, if it's 1, right? So I think, well, if you're a bull, right, you want this to be a 1, not the 4. 4 would be relative. So you're still looking for, Jesus, is that it? Talk about problematic 2s. Let's go to a 4 hour there. Easy come, easy go. Somebody bought it up there. Is there enough to go on that? A little sloppy down here. This makes you think this is this finished up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that's got a good start on a next leg. Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of squirrely, kind of a squirrely crypto. It's a little bit all over the place. I can't remember what the hell they do. Okay, well, so where are we, right? If we're gonna look at this just in terms of, okay, are we premium, right? Well, here's the 50 from swing low to swing high. So we're in the discount zone. Do we want to be a buyer here? Well, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? So again, trying to put a little Elliott together with some market structure. Let's take that up. Since the Elliott's a little squirrely in here, clearly that was liquidity. So all of this is kind of equal highs. I grabbed, retraced, right? Do you see, if I bring this over, do you see how this gets grabbed, then retraced? Here's some unmitigated imbalances over here. So there's going to be resistance. This is partially. Looks like this is still open here. Let's get that a little tightened up here. It's actually smaller than it looks, right? So this is a partial. It's not fully mitigated here, but you're pretty close, right? You got a piece of it. So you couldn't say it's unmitigated, right? You got a tap in there. You probably got a order block here, right? Since it's followed with a displacement, that intermediate, decisional. There's a lot of names for this in the SMC community. Let's just call it an order block. Right, which I only go to since there's a fair value gap, a displacement on the other side of it. So bring this out, right? So this is going to have some resistance to clear to get up for this. Is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, this is going to have to go up a degree. All right, so this would have to be another 1, 2, right? It's getting pretty bullish. Let's take that down. Does that look like it's done? Not really. Anything immediate down here? Well, you're going to have an order block down here. See, here's the displacement, right? So I'd be down here with it got a tap on it. Here's the these get filled in, right? So you see this. Right, so that's fully mitigated. Probably a little. You could make a case for another little order block sitting right there, which it tapped. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Ideally, you'd get another leg put down on that, so you could trade this, right? That's the one you want right there. Now, market doesn't always give you what you want. 1, 2. All right, if I can get that, I like that. Oh shit, that's a pain in the ass. Back to log. Okay, a little better. I wouldn't give it below that. No reason to, right? If it takes this out, this is count is completely wrong. I got to get you out of there. Good potential there. So this would be your first target. Maybe you get your 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, something like that. 3, 4, 5 into your 3. So that the trade you're after is this one right there. 1, 2. And all right, let's sweeten it. What else can I add there? All right, can I get right to a golden zone there? That's the trade I would wait for right now. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You don't go, oh fuck, I'll chase it. Like set it up. There it is, right? Oh, if set an alert on it, right? We sweep this. You can, it's not that hard to put together, right? So we say, okay, let's put an alert here. What you want to do is see them sweep that low, right? Them being the algos, right? You want them to grab this liquidity, right? So retail, oh, it's going to the floor, right? Right? They don't know there's a golden zone there, right? And then right after the sweep, then I take it. Now, if it doesn't give it to me, next trade. Wait, right? And maybe this flies off of here. Now you're trading the 4 and the 5. Or you're getting the 1, 2 into the 3 of the 3. But what most people do is they're impatient. It's like, God, I want this money. I want to be rich now. So they force trades, right? They don't wait. They think, oh fuck it, I read something about TRB. Fuck, I can't remember what TRB is. They're gonna be huge. So you chase, and that never works out. And you don't want it to work out, because if it works out, it means you're going to repeat the same mistake. Well, even just sitting right here, okay, you have to. It's very easy to go, it's bullish, right? Right. Never forget, right? Always an algo on the other side. Always, 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 right? They're on both because they don't care. They don't care. They're just going to ping off of this, right? Swing, swing, swing. They don't care. You're just in an algo box here. We come up. So you're at the 50. If we get to the golden zone, you want to buy that? Really? You're going to buy that? Not saying it can't do that. I'm just saying that's not where you want to buy it, right? Because, again, I come back to, if you buy that and then you're stopped out, then you're going to come back here and the self-loathing kicks in. What the hell? Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Why would I buy right into that golden zone, right? You can just hear that kind of mental damage. You suffer with that over time, right? So don't do something where you can tee it up and go, oh, well, okay, because here's what an inexperienced trader does. Well, let's just see what happens. Fuck me, it looks pretty good. Crypto's bullish. Let's just take it. Maybe it goes, right? But as I just said, that's the worst outcome, because you'll do it again next time. All right, hang on. All right, God, tough stuff today. That's Spitfire. Tellor. God damn, no wonder I don't recognize. I've never looked at them before. I don't even know what the hell they do, what their use case is. Okay, so I've got Dr. Alban is back with another one. He wants ETH. Let's see if I've got something. I had a lot going on here. This is something I was doing for the brown belt here. So this is a whole shitload of SMC stuff on here. Let's get a clean chart up on that, so I don't pollute that, because I haven't done enough teaching on that yet, which is why we're doing the course on it. Okay, so let's get ETH up. ETH, USD. Oh, we go to, what did I put? Coinbase. Oh, look at that. Somebody had. That's what happens when I copy your stuff. I often, it's funny what comes up when I pull something up. I'll get somebody else's counts. Okay, let's go to a daily, see what you got here. So I got shit. This looks like James M. Actually, is that who that looks like? Right. This is one of his favorite techniques. So okay, what are we doing here with ETH? Right. So that's on the daily. So while that's cool, I'm going to hide that. Okay, right. So ETH is just not any less challenging, right? So this looks like a 1-2, right? Well, there's an impulse. There's a complex correction. There's another impulse. So 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not hard. ETH is a little easier to read than I think Bitcoin is. I mean, we've been through this a gazillion times, but let's do it. It's always good sometimes to just come back to it with a blank chart. Okay, what do I see now? Let's go. What do I see now? Well, there's a 5, right? There's a 5. There's a 5. Is that a 5? So let's take this up. Okay, 1, 2. What's that going to be? Well, it's not going to be 3, so it doesn't give us a lot of choices, right? 1, 2. What's that going to be? Not likely to be 3. So let's, geez, every time it's my new thing. All right, 1. Does it matter? It doesn't really matter. What I've got here. Am I in log? Yeah, I'm in log. If I can do it out of log, I prefer to, because then it doesn't distort. I can use all the tools here. I don't get distortion that comes with. Oh, I think this was a perfect measured move too, right? Didn't quite get there. 1, 2. What do I got here? Elliott oscillator. I don't know what this is, so I'm going to take that off. This is like much like a Stoke. Okay. 3. Well, this would be the 4, 5 of 3. So you kind of have to work backwards. It's the same thing, right? This is a little clusterfucky. So, shit, how are we doing this? Oh, fuck. This is not a particularly pretty Elliott count either. But so you're working backwards, right? So this is going to be the 4. So let's just put them up here, right? Oh, fuck. I hate doing that. Let's just put them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Hate the 1, 2, but I think we're stuck with that, unless you're going to put it into an extension. Let's go to an 8 hour, see if we get something to clean up a little better. 1, 2, 3, that has to be the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, shit. I don't really like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to extend that? I don't quite have a finish there. Well, it doesn't get much better, right? This is kind of a tricky Elliott count here, because this, you can't do that. Well, so again, so a lot of this is puzzle solving. Okay, so I don't want this to be a 4, so I can't go 3, 4, right? Because we would overlap, right? If we're trying to stay with this as a impulse, which okay, do I really have it there? Okay, is this my 2? You're kind of, can't say I love that. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess you're stuck with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna have to do it right there. 3, 4, 5. You're kind of stuck with it. 2, right? Now what do we got? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leading diag. God, that's not particularly sexy either. I got just a wick going through there. Does it? No, it doesn't, actually, if I get right on it. God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we're stuck with that. All right, so this has to be the 1. 1, 2. Ish. So something has to complete up here. A, B, C, D, E. Looks like a triangle here. Jesus, this is brutal. Okay, so let's get that done. Let's put you in a different color. PK, you got an account here you like if you're listening on ETH? Now, what do you do with this shit show? Is there an Elliott account in here? Well, this is what matters here. Right? So this blows up the impulse. Jesus. Whew, tough one today. Okay, so 1, 2. Fuck, what are we doing that? 1, 2. Oh, geez, every time I do that lately. You got something here, PK, that you like better? This has to be your next 1, 2. So you'd have to go WX. Oh, fuck. WXY. That's what I said. Close enough. WXY into that. But then look what comes off of that. ABC, ABC, ABC. All right, so you can probably get by with that. You got 1. All right, so we can go. We got to go 1 again. 2. And then another impulse, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's there. A, B, C, right? It's deep. So this is there. Did I say this was an easier count than Bitcoin? What was I thinking? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Jesus. Can't say I love that. All right, so what is there to work with here? All right, where's Al? There he is. All right, so swing low, swing high, golden zone, right? So that's often, you got to kind of work, oh, where is he? Where is, because you know he's here. Where is he? There he is. Okay, so we go up here, we get this, right? It's well past our target, but now we're coming back down. Okay, so what am I keying off of here? What's there? Right, so if the Elliott's not clear, what else do I have to work with? Well, a liquidity grab there, probably. Order block here, or this is all wick, right? We'll probably do that. So, okay, with demand here. So I don't love it as, it's not a great necessarily as an order block here. Maybe it's just demand because I don't get any displacement there. Might be able to just pull it off here as an order block. Yeah, that works because I get some displacement following that. Fuck, 1, 2. Well, that's some ugly Elliott all around. All right, so let's get that in a color we can work with. It's just a shit show until we get here, right? So that 1, 2. Right? What else would it be, right? It can't be 3, 4. I'm going to keep looking for a rescue from PK. I don't know what he's got as well. Well, this has to be a 5, right? So that we have a 5 here. This is the correction. We have a 5 here. This is the correction. We have a 5 here. This is the correction. We have a 5 here. So I'm just going through 3s and 5s, and that's just a hideous looking count, but it is what it is. We certainly can understand the trend. Higher high, higher low. Higher high. Well, here's a higher low. Higher high, here's a higher low, here's a higher high, right? So even though it's a little squirrely, we have a clear uptrend. Likely what we're doing here is just, this is the liquidity sweep up here, right? So we don't want to buy this. Right now I've just completed a 5. I'm going to take that one. Let's get where I can get that squeeze, which I do like. See how squeezy we are in here. That's so funky right off the bat. I don't get as much from that, so I double these. As this was taught to me years ago. Okay, so now I can see it a little bit better. So this is clearly the momentum peak. I'll get you out of there. That's deep for a 4. It's too deep for a 4, so it has to be a 2. God, you're just kind of... Fuck, no matter how you slice this. Right, when in doubt, I will go to a regression channel. Okay, right, so we're out of that. 1, 2, 1, right? So it's not going to be 3. That has to be the 1 of 3. So this is all got to go up here. So that implies another leg on it, which would mean got to take you up. What a Frankenstein this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to come down a degree. Let's put you in, oh, whatever. About white. All right, so let's come back to a 4. It's just awful. All right, so we have an extra 5 in here that's unreconciled. If this is 1, 2, what's this? 1, 2, 1, 2. We'd have to be 1, 2, 1, 2 again. Oh, fuck. PK, save me here, buddy. What do you got here? One, 2 again. It seems hard to see how that would work, but 1, 2, 1, 2, right? It plays. That's a lot of 1, 2s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can't say I love it. If I've got something better here, I bore you guys to death. That's a toughie with your Elliott hat on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nothing completes. Excuse me. Nothing's completing, so we're kind of stuck with this series of 1, 2s. Now, if we start to launch here, right, and we're up over 4,000, working backwards, these 1, 2s will be handy, so we'll be able to use them. But as it sits here right now, it just looks like a giant clusterfuck of incompleted impulses. We're getting 1, 2, but we're not getting any 3s. So if they're coming, whoa, this is very bullish. All of this is going to be we're going to be over 10 grand if these are all going to realize, which is okay. Anybody going to be sad about that? I won't be. I don't have as much ETH as I do Bitcoin, but I got plenty. I don't see a better solution there. All right, as I said, we'll do the same thing with Curve, right? So I'll do the same thing I did with Curve here. We'll put this in the, if PK's got something, or Tony T, or any of my wizards who are around who have a better count, we'll post it here. But I don't see anything really that's glaringly standing out there. All right, I got to keep moving, or I'll bore you guys to death. Okay, CN Salazar always comes through with something. What has he got here? This is it's not pretty. Oh God, my whole day these have been not pretty. Even me more not pretty. We haven't had a pretty one yet. Okay. All right. Nope, that's TBS, so I didn't get that right. So CN Salazar, hang on. Like market all the way back yet? Nope. Oh, that's interesting. CN Salazar. Grayscale's Zcash Trust. Never looked at this before. I didn't even know they had one. All right, well let me copy that. Zcash, boy, they were all the buzz for a long time. It's like a privacy coin, as I recall. Boy, is that, look at that monster of chop. Oh, I know why you're in the 24, but let's look here. Whoosh. You trading this, CN Salazar? That's a odd choice. 1, 2. Well, I guess you kind of. Well, that's encouraging. Oh, this is interesting that he's done. Is that a new thing we can do where we put the prices on the lines? I mean, that's a new feature in TradingView. That's kind of cool. I have to check with him then, or if that's him just drawing those in. That may be him just doing little bubbles. Okay, oh fuck. You aren't kidding, not pretty. Okay, well, what do we have to work with there? Let's go down to a 4. Oh, this trades like an equity. Well, okay, so this wouldn't be the spot to buy it. I think CNCL there would agree with me there. You don't, right? So we can see what's happening here, right? And that's all wick, right? So this is liquidity being grabbed up here. And you can see it's kind of engineered, right? So they leave these up here. So breakout traders. Right? And then you're all wick here, right? So we don't hold, we don't sustain up here, right? We come back down. So it looks similar. Now, you could make a case here that you've got fair value gaps underneath here. So this is potentially some strength here. If this is, okay, let's label it up. If that's 1, 2, and we're doing a 3, 4, 5 of a 1, that's too big. Right, so if this is going to be 1, 2, and we're going to get a 5, well, we need a 1. Where might we get that 1? Boy, that's not much of a 2, is it? 3, 4. Maybe we get, right, if this is going to keep going, okay, well, let's at least measure, right? Let's not be lazy. That's my 2 right here. Oh, where's the highest probability location for a wave 3? We literally split it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Boy, now if that's me, I'd want this to complete. I'd want it. This is how I would approach that if I was hell bent on trading this. I'd want that 5 to complete off of this low. Okay, well then now look, right, potentially all I'm doing is just setting up a double. Okay, so if I get that and then I come down here, now I'm interested, right? Now I can take advantage of this imbalance, right? Because the algos will want to rebalance that. And now I'm in a 3. So if it's me, I'm trading it here. I want this to complete, right? Show me the 5. Then I'll take the 3 off of that right there. Now, I don't have this. I don't have this or this, right? But if I'm just road mapping, he gave me road maps. Where'd they go, right? If I'm road mapping, so, okay, what do I want to see here to get me, to think about trading this? Well, if you're going to get a big 3 up there, that's 7.6 to 1. If this is 1, 2, 3, right? Now, he's using the 3 relative to that 1. We'd be doing it this way. If this is 1 and we get the 2 here, well, right, there's the candidate for the inside one. He's using the other one. So this would be 1, 2. I don't have that on there, so that would be 3. That could actually go higher. 1, 2, 3. So you'd have multiple choices here, right? If that's going to play good Elliott ball, then you got the 4 to the 5, right? So you'd have the 3 and the 5, right? Those are your money waves. 1, right? It's always, you always want to try and get in at the 1, 2, right? But then all the retracements that are still to come, it's the 1, 2, 1, 2. It's the 2. It's the 3 of the 3 that you want, right? That's money ball right there. Right, so that's why I say when I look at that, I go, okay, if I can get the 1, 2 good, and then if it's going to go, I got to have an impulse here. Well, let me get into the 3 of the impulse rather than try and pick the turn here, because this has been kind of a sloppy monster. Okay. All right, might end up early here. God, it's been a tough one. I have nothing easy today. Not that I look for easy, but. I don't know if it's more boring for you guys, but welcome to trading, right? In TA, right? It's not going to be easy. Nobody said this was going to be easy. If anything, you hear me say all the time, right? It's the hardest easy money you'll ever make. Okay, Elton John, as I like to call him, but it's Elon Jr. He's giving me 2 here. CLSX. Let's look at that one. Oh, here, let me get rid of that since that's the copy. Let's leave that one. We're going to come back to that one. So let's go, oh shit, here, let's go back to curve. Okay, well, no, I'm going to need that for the one I'm going to do later. All right, so let's just bring up fuck, here, let me get something. Let's just do it here. Let's just split it. Okay. So what are we doing, Elton John? We're doing CLSK. Hope he knows I'm just kidding him when I do that. It's just when I first looked at his name, it looked like Elton John to me. CLSK. Oh, fuck. I just did this. I've got this. I did this last Friday. Shit, I think I still have it over here. Here it is. Just did this on Friday's video, right? Well, this is one where I was kind of pointing out all the... I mean, what did we start with? I can't remember. It was just golden zone after golden zone here. Well, so here, golden zone. Right. Here's where we sit right now. So here we've got the breakthrough. All right, that's good news. Okay, so now we're, oh God, look where we go. Shit I can't make up. Okay, all right. So from the order block here and this 50 to target to the tick. Not general area, not in the vicinity, that's to the tick. On the target, right? So we know this is an algo that fired here at the 50 and got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, right? So here's, okay. So, all right, let's label it, right? So here, this is good news. Okay, 1, 2, oh, 3, 4, 5. So just looking at that, like, shit, that could be 2618. Let's see what we get there. 227. What, no says that's done, right? That could go a little further. Remember, hitting an algo target is not a sell signal. It's just to maybe tighten up if you take a partial there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So you got a good target up here. What is that? An order block, something? Yeah, it's an order block up here. So 1, 2, right? Oh shit! Come here. What the fuck? Did I just lock up? I did just lock up. Uh-oh. You know? Okay, there we go. Just a temporary freeze. All right, let's get that out of there. So here, this was 1, 2. This is when I was recording last week. We were at that golden zone here and started this retrace, right? So now that we've broken that, we can take it off, right? It's broken, right? You don't need to leave it on because it's broken. It's not like there's not a breaker block on the algo. Okay, so WXY 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I got a good one. This was a little tricky here because it's the triangle, but the pivot of the 4 doesn't overlap the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. 1, 2, 3, right? It's not going to be 3. So here, Jesus, all of crypto. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's very, very bullish because all of these ones need a 3. So whenever you're counting it out and you hear yourself go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, man, are you forecasting something very bullish, right? Until something gets invalidated, right? We sweep a 2, it's game on, bulls. Right, with that many 1, 2s. So now you don't want to be reckless here because you've got a bull. So higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. High, right, we're trending hard. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 1, 2 that are complete. Now this next one's not complete, but based on this being a 1, 2, if that's 3, this is going to be another 1. So think about that. How would you get this into a 3? It would have to be a monster extension. Right, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Again, that's Abby normal, right? You don't want to trade Abby, right? Let's trade Normie, right? So, if it does here, what's that going to be? Is that going to be my 3? Shit, I don't even think it would qualify. Well, qualify, right? It certainly. Oh God, I guess we would just get there. We just get if we get into that order block, we'd just be far enough. But is that what we want for a 3 and a raging bull here to just get to the 100? No, we want this 3. Right, you want this 3 up here. Right. So how are we going to do this? If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, boy, that's asking a lot for that 5th. Now 3 could keep going. 1, 2, that's already you're getting pretty abnormal, right? Can I get that big extension there? Well, maybe you do. That would be a high class problem if you're in this, right? So if you get a big extension in the 3, don't expect a big retracement in the 4. It's likely going to stay shallow, right? Because you've got a rip roaring bull here. 1, 2, 1, 2. So is there a trade right now? Well, would you want it? Would you want to buy that right there? I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying think about it, right? Is that really where you want to buy it? Well, you know you got supply. Well, you don't even have to wonder about it, right? There's going to be supply up here. There's going to be, right? Well, how can I say that with certainty? Because once we were here, money had to be committed to break this to give me this, right? And then money again had to be committed here, right? Now it's a breaker block, right? Now that's why these pivots, you're leaving behind supply there. Because money had to be committed to create the break, right? So that's why you want to try, especially out here on a daily like this, you want to track these pivots because this didn't just happen. It didn't just roll over, right? This was money. Money has to be committed to make that happen, right? To give me that break of structure, to give me that. Now, what happens after a break of structure? Right, this is the foundation of the whole entire market structure philosophy, right? And it's not like it doesn't. It's you're expecting it, right? It's a requirement. I got to retrace what happened next break of structure. What happens after that break of structure? Retrace. What happens after that break of structure? Retrace. Now what happens here, right? Failure swing, right? We're breaking this structure, which means, right? So what does that mean here? Money had to be committed here to get the change of character. It's not now I got break of structure here. So change of character, break of structure, trend change. What happens? Again, it's just over and over again, right? So I get this, I retrace. Now I go up here. So I break structure here. What happened after a break of structure? Retrace. I come up here. What's that? Break of structure, right? So I just rip up here. What comes after that? Break of structure right here. Retrace. Just broke structure. What am I expecting next? Retrace. Show me a spot where that doesn't happen. Now, there are times where the retrace will be very shallow, right? You're not going to get a 50 or a golden zone. It'll be just a shallow retrace, right? It might be working through some mitigation. But it's break, retrace, break, retrace. So which just feeds right back into, you don't want to be a breakout trader. No, that's exactly what, that's the, think about that, right? 90% of retail traders lose money. 90%. What is it they do? Do they buy retracements or breakouts? When you first started trading, right? Were you a retracement trader? Or it was only after some experience did you say, you know what? I think I'm going to stick with the retrace. And that's why Elliott Wave and market structure fit so beautifully, right? Because as Elliotticians, we're going A, B, C. Oh, are we done here? Oh, it's not done? Oh, well, then it's got to be another A, B, C. Oh, there's the A, there's the B. Well, break the A. That's a retrace. That's what, right, as I like to say, right, Elliott Wave is the original structure mapping, right? You can't, every time you're labeling a count, you're structure mapping. It's just, it's more difficult to add the Elliott, but it's giving you an advantage over the straight ICT, SMC trader. Because we get additional benefit that they don't get, right? They're just going to the next pivot. I'm not saying anything negative, right? God knows, my God, it's I've never seen anything like it, right? It's completely, it dominates TA now, right? So you have to pay attention to it because if for no other reason that 90% of the traders are trading SMC now. There's probably 10 good Elliotticians online. 10. There's 10,000 SMC traders. And there's probably 5,000 that want to put you into they studied ICT's work and they want to put you into their own mentorship to teach you what ICT's teaching. It's funny how this works, right? But I'm kind of getting off on a tangent. But you see how the two work together, right? So it's been a painstaking process for me to put this course together just because I have so little free time, right? And, these are my problems, not yours. Okay, so I got Myro is giving me FUBO. FUBO. Is that FUBO? FUBO. Shit, I never looked at FUBO. All right, so I think we're clear on this one. Oh, shit, what do I got here? Oh, I have Riot somewhere else here, so I know I do, right, since I did that last week. Riot, right? WXY. Looks like that's going, although it hasn't gotten far enough, right? It's another one I did on Friday. So let's go to FUBO. Oh, Fubotv, that's right. I thought that looked familiar. I just couldn't place it. Okay, so Fubotv. There's another one that's getting a lot of, I don't think it's FUBO. I don't know, my kids are all over that one. It's free. Somehow it's free. All right, so, okay, so some sort of a corrective structure here. Oh, let's see where we've been here. Let's go to a weekly. Do I need to be in log scale? I guess I do. Okay, well, just looking at that. Okay, right, so this is why you want to get a big picture, right? So okay, can we probably, right, some sort of a 5 comes down here, right? And it looks like the channeling would be good. So, right, a 5, we're either beginning something or ending something. Well, if where's 0, right? It better be ending something. So we could look at this and say, oh, okay, well, right? Okay, well, oh, it looks like I got a 5 to start it. Let's go back to a daily. All right, here's my low, right? So that's good sign, right? Just what you want to see down here. Oh, perfect example. Hang on a second. I got to clear my fucking allergies. It was something we were looking at earlier in the day where we wanted to see that little break, right? And then come back down here. And you see this, right? They do here. Right. So we were saying, okay, can I get, that's probably liquidity, but we can call it a change of character. Right. So here's a little, so look. Down, 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 right? So here I got a pivot to here. Now I get a little sweep here, little, you could call it liquidity, right? But it's just enough to break that pivot, right? The algos will react. So now I come back down here. Well, what do I got there? On a daily, let's go to 4, see if there's, oops. Looks like I've got an ABC there. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So another. So again, remember, 5s are finishing something. Looks like I finished something here. So ABC. Oh shit! You probably just do this. Now coming off of there, that's a 4-hour here. What do I want to see? I want to see displacement. Do I get it? Not, oh Jesus, why am I losing that so much? I don't know why it's popping me over there. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good gap. Well, that's the setup right here that I was trying to describe earlier, right? So we get the push here, sweep that high, and then we come back down, right, to something down here. Find some support. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that looks like ABC coming down here. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's go with that. Let's go back to that 4. I think it's going to get a better look at it. All right, let's label it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. Where'd you go? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Well, see, okay, just the fact that I can do that I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. That's what I want to see if I'm trading Elliott Wave. Right. I don't want to have to dig. What the fuck is this? What is that? What is that? Oh shit! I don't know. Is that an upside down? Right. I don't want to have to work that hard. There's too many choices where I don't have to work that hard. So the fact that I can just see the 5 is screaming at you, right? It's literally like you can't miss that. Nobody can miss that. My 5-year-old. I don't have a 5-year-old. If I had a 5-year-old, my 5-year-old would see that. Right, that's what I want. Right? Oh shit! Come on. Right? 200 Elliotticians are going to give you the exact same thing there. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? That's the 1's a little skinny, but 3, 4, well, A, B, well, fuck W, X, Y. It doesn't matter. Right? It's corrective, and it doesn't really progress the trend. So then I come off of that. Okay, nice big ripping 5. Okay. Now what am I doing? See, somewhere down here. Got a little gap down here. Okay, well, what's the next? Okay, this hopefully you already thought this. Well, of course, the next thing he's going to do is put them. Right, because if it's 1 and we're thinking of a 2, where am I looking for a 2? Right, not that they can't go deeper. Fuck, they can go right here and still be a 2. But this is where they more typically will go. And I have an algo that fires in here. That's why I want the 2 here. Doesn't mean I'm always going to get it, but that's where I want it. So if I get a reaction here, now is that the reaction? Is that enough, right? Do I look like I'm done there? You know, maybe not, right? This might need to go lower because if that's 1, 2, shit, can we do this as a combo? Well, let's just label that up. If that's 1, 2, oh, right, this starts to look uglier, right? 3, 4, 5. Whoa, am I going that far down? I don't want that. So, okay, what, right? So if I don't want that, what's the alternate here? Could this be A, B in some sort of a C? Doesn't look like that C would be done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like an A. Fuck. That's a 3. 1, 2. Well, we can't do it that way. We got to do it this way. for this to be done here, this would have to be ABC, which means this has to be a WXY. So if we're to get there, there's what I mean by Elliotticians are we're often working backwards. Okay, if this is going to be done here, and I don't know that it is going to be done here, but if this is going to be done here, I can't finish this. Not a 5. It's a 3, so this would have to be ABC. So you'd have to do this to get that done. Now, you can hurt yourself here if you're not careful. We're saying, okay, I want this to be done here, so ABC. Is it? Well, you probably get an X here to have an ABC here. I don't really, right? So my nice, good Elliott is starting to break down a little bit. That looks like you've got a good ending diag here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit lower here. See if that gets any better. It's not getting a whole lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not getting a whole lot better. Well, that would have me looking at this, paying attention, but it's not ripe yet, right? It's not good enough. Don't take it just because, oh, it's in the spot where it should be, right? I want that thing to be nailed down, right? Again, there's just too many things to trade. Is that enough, right? Well, if it's good and that's going to be the pivot, then what's going to come out of here is going to be a very clear 5. Right, and I'd rather than risk money, right? Just because I'm not fuck, let's see what happens, right? That's how you end up losing a lot of money. Wait until it's clear, and maybe you see something that I don't, but I look at that and I go, well, I like the kind of the premise here, and I like the start here, but I don't like where we are. A, B, even that is a little shaky. But this is not, it's either going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got another leg down here, and I'm going to lose my algo, right? I don't want to lose the algo here. If I'm looking to be a buyer down here, I want the muscle here. I want the algo to lead. If I break it, it's not that I can't pick him up again, but I lose the big one at this degree. Even if I go back to the daily, right? I don't want to lose him, right? Because he'll do the heavy lifting for us, right? If you will, right? My metaphors mixed up, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, but it's not A, B, C. So then you have to think W, X, Y. Is it? Not enough for me to go, oh, yeah, right. In the same way that I can see that 5 there all day long, do I see a clear 3? No. I mean, it's 3, but it's not clear. Oh, okay. If it's going to go, it's going to have a 1 and a 2, right? If we're going to play ball there. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'll take this one. I'll wait for this. Show me the 5. Because this could roll over here and we're down here maybe, right? Nothing says it can't go to the 786 or deeper. Right? It had a great finish here. I wait. That's just me, right? It's just I'm picky, right? Because there's so many things to choose from. So why take something iffy? All right, I think I'm good there. All right, how am I doing on time? Oh, I got a little bit of time. Okay, so do that if you can. FUBO is easy. Oh, man. Well, Zanza. I'd be curious to see your count. The only way it's easy if this is WXY and this is ABC. And even that C is not done. How you getting done there? You're not. If you think it's easy, well, so what's there, right? Maybe you say, oh, fuck the Elliott, right? Okay, there, 1, 2. Is that a 1? Even if you talk to yourself, oh, it's going to be a fucking diag or something. Okay, well, you can probably trade that. If you want to get after that. Zaz, how do I say that? Zanza? You probably take something like that. Very low risk. Is that going to fly? Maybe. I always come back to, with so many things to trade, why take something iffy? That's my thought. Okay, so I had a couple of you guys asking for, you have the best indicators in the market. Oh, man. I'm not sure. Oh, I hope he's talking about us. Carl. Can you take a look at Take-Two Interactive? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. What do they Take-Two? Oh, Take-Two Interactive. Here, I knew it was TT, something like that. Okay, let's go to I'll long on Jupe. Can you look at take two? I'll look at what I can here, guys. Since I've got a little bit of time, I'm out. That's everything that my members have posted. Okay, well, take two. God, they're a beast, right? So we got to go. Let's go to weekly and see where they're coming from. Okay, things I like to see. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're now working backwards. Is there any question about that being the 3? It's not the prettiest looking start, but that's gonna be COVID. So well, now just out here at this degree, that sure looks like a 5, doesn't it? Why would you think something else than that? Why would you think otherwise? 1, 2, 3, COVID low. Monster rip here. With a 3, 4, 5. Well, fuck, you could do it here. A, B, C, and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why would you think otherwise? What's the alternate here? Well, we could go 1, 2. Let's complete it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's just get. I don't know, right? So I just start. I look here and say, okay, how do we do here? Is it any better if I go to this pivot? That's slightly higher. Essentially, they're right on top of each other. This is a little bit higher. It doesn't always have to be the highest pivot. Right? Sometimes looks like that's workable here. These, you always want these to be really nailed down. It's easy to nudge them. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Now, we don't know. I mean, can you set that up any better? Right now, we don't know that we're going to get that. We don't know. But it sure would be ideal. Where's the high probability zone? In 23 and 38, right at the sliding parallel. Let's get you right on that. Now, you might look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It sure looks like a good A, B, C. Let's go back to a daily. Whew, that thing is such a big, Jesus. It's so massive. I can't even get it all in there. I have to do a 3-day. 3-day. It's okay. It's a little squirrely to start. Well, okay, so you might be able to talk yourself into some sort of a combo there. Because you've got it, this essentially looks like a 3. W, X. Well, I guess you'd have a candidate there. So if this thing starts to go, oh, fuck, how am I going to do this? W, X, Y, right? If this starts to go, all right, so now do I get a good impulse here? Maybe, right? It may be, right? We're just too quick to be labeling. I'd have both of these kind of teed up in case the market rolls over. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a C, A, B, C. That's not a great looking X, right? It's the breakdown. Well, we are on a 3-day. A, B, C. Maybe you could get yourself into that. Look like that's done. Our friend down here. Yeah, you've got a candidate here, right? So this would be the 3, right? You're a little higher here. Here's clearly the 4, right? That's how you spot the 4. And then divergence into the 5. But that may not be done. This could be the 3, 4, and there's one more kick up there. Okay, so you got 2 different roadmaps there, right? One, you're going to be wrong on one of them. If this is A, B, and we're coming down for the C, well, then you're going to get stopped out on one of them, which is why with something like this, you would want to keep your stop relatively tight, right? Because this could go either way. You're making your best estimate here as to what we've got. It's just not a 5, right? You don't have it. And you can't get a diag in there. So the WXY, that may be what you end up with there. It's a tough one. God, all tough today. Does that look like that's done? It doesn't. It looks like it's got one more to go. Okay, well, if it's going to complete something up here, right? It's just golden zone. Is what we'd be after next, right? If it's here, if there's a little more to come, we're just looking for the retrace, right? And what are we looking for in that retrace? 3, give it to me in 3, right? Here's my algo, right? How's my buddy, right? I'm gonna fire, likely something like that. 1, 2. Now you want to be more conservative if you're bullish here. See, the reason I like this here is because I can, if I'm right, if we're wrong, if it's A, B, C, right, and we're going to come down, and this is going down here, right, as we teed it up originally. If we're going to go do that, I don't want to take a lot of risk here. If this is going to be completing up here, 1, 2, and we're going to go 3, 1, 2, right? Well, I want to be there. So look at the risk reward you can do there. Let's just split the difference. If this is 1, 2, we're not just going for the 23. We're going for the full Monty, right? We're going for the up here, right? So that would be 22 to 1, right? You can give this maybe give the 707 there, give it a little cushion. 1, 2, right? We're looking for the big ball right there. But if you're stopped out, okay, if it's 1, 2, right, you can see, or if it's 1, 2, 3, right? I don't want to take all of that. I want to be out quickly. If I'm out, okay, 1, 2. If this is A, B, right, and it ends up being B, which, so the more I look at it, I'm sort of starting to like the bullish side, right? If this is A, B, and we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? Stopped out. 4, 5, or it could be longer, right? It could be. We're going to go down here, where we teed it up originally, right? Looking from a distance. But now as I look here, all right, so you got worst case is you can take a small loser. Best case is you're going to get a big winner on one of them, right? So if it's here and if you get stopped out here, well then you're waiting for the 4 to the 5, right? Then you're looking at the short side here, looking for that, right? It's not as big, but you offset your loss on the first one here. Well, now, right, you got the potential. If that's going to pivot into the 4, well, now you're going to want to go back the other direction, right? You're going to want to go, right, give me the 1, 2, 3, right? So you'd be after, well, maybe I'm going to get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. That's the one I want. You get my drift, right? Maybe it's a little bit lower. Right, so mapped out. Okay, if it comes down this way, I know what I want here. If it's going to be into the 5, I know I want a 2 here. Choices. Okay, how am I doing? It's 1:31. All right, I could do one more. Do that if you can. FUBO is easy. FUBO is easy. I want to see your count on that. Jamel Barbadillo. Oh, let's do one of his. Since he gave me 3 there, I'll do the one you did first, Myro. Well, shit, I never even looked at that. I don't even know what it is. M-Y-R-O, Myro. Myro. Oh, let's see. Well, that must be kind of obscure. Oh, let's look in spot here. So where are we going to get that? BitGet, right, we don't work with them anymore because of the restrictions on the U.S. So if you're not in the U.S., I'm so sad to see them go, right, that we couldn't do that. I had a lot of money there. This, you can get away with Mexi. They don't KYC, so let's look at that. They approached me, but I thought, you're going to end up in the same problem as BitGet did. Okay, so, well, this... It doesn't look terrible. It looks like I got a 5 here. All right, so okay, all right. So again, they're not when they're. This is what I like. Don't make it hard on me. I got too many things to pick from, so don't make it hard. Oh, that looks like you got a WXY there, right? So WXY, right? So just working backwards, okay, right? So if I'm finishing here, it's got to be an ABC. So this has got to be some sort of wacky X in there. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. Right? So is it the cleanest thing I've ever seen? No. But I got a good low to pivot off of here. I don't know what, I have no idea what their use case is, but it looks like somebody does. Okay, so again, things that make it easy, right? Say, okay, oh, look at this nice impulse I got here. Oh, it looks like I got another one here, so, I don't think I can get that done out of the chute, right? So it looks like I have to go A1, or 1, A, B, C, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like that flies. Put you in blue. All right, looks like that's a candidate. Fuck, I don't know that it matters. Right, so either way, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get a good impulse in my 3 ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All good. What's that? See, that's why you don't get greedy up here. Okay, we just completed the 5. What are we expecting? Right. See, this is what makes trading so hard, right? Just human nature. You're like, oh my God, I've got this. Look at if you're in it, or if you just spotted this, you're like, oh fuck, look at this thing. It's gripping impulse, right? Whether you're just getting started with Elliott or not, right? Just Elliott 101. Oh fuck, look at this nice 5 I've got here. What am I expecting after the 5? And this is where people that are just learning, they forget. Let's see if I can get this over here. I don't know anything about them. I don't know the first fucking thing about Myro. Do I need to? Do I need to know? Or do they all trade the same way? That's a rhetorical question. 5, 3. 5. Do I have 3 here? Well, this is just a waterfall. I come to, how is it possible anybody could spend 5 minutes on one of my videos? Because I show this, I've shown this 50,000 times, and not have this be the first thing you're looking for. How is that possible? Yet, I guarantee you somebody sold it there. Guarantee it, right? There has to be, right? Takes 2 to make a trade. Somebody sold it right there. You think they know that's the golden zone right there? I'm going to guess not. That sure looks like an ABC, doesn't it? So, well, let's slow down here. That's a fuck. Well, it looks like we can get that done. Looks like you can go 1, 2, 3, A, B, C into the 4. Oh, what's happening there, right? Maybe this is going to break down here. So maybe this is ABC, right? But the time is not, this a little abrupt. You probably get this done here. This way. Might be a little big of a degree. All right, so we've established, right? We've got a candidate here for that to be the low. Makes you wonder. I can't make this shit up. Why are we stalling here? Why? Right? Isn't that the first thing you go, well, it sure looked like that was going to do a 3 and we're going to go up here, and then why can't we go down? Same reason we stopped here is the same reason we stopped here. I feel like I show that this is all. It's really like all you could just trade off of that alone. Boom, boom, boom. How many times have I shown it today? 20 times across random assets and random time frames. You better look for that, or you're as I've said this many times, you're walking through a minefield with blinders on if you don't know where it is at all times. And remember, there's always one on the other side, right? Because they don't give a flying fuck what the Elliott count is, or anything. It's just going to be there, right? It's just software. It's on both sides. So what are we doing here? Well, that's a 3 all day. Maybe we've got a triangle there. Oh, iffy. That looks like that's a little break there, but what do we have here, right? We have liquidity being engineered. All right, so this is just, I'd be mindful that potentially gets swept as well. All right, so this is the kind of thing that algos do. They're creating that liquidity on either side. So where is there an imbalance to go that needs to be reconciled here? Well, this one already got filled, right? You can see these guys here, right? This has all been mitigated, right? Even if I take it all the way up here, right? Mitigated, right? So it's not a player anymore. I mean, maybe, right, with inversion, you get an inversion flip zone here. It's kind of a inversion fair value gap, right? Which is common, right? Something to be aware of. But it's this piece has already been tapped, right? All fully mitigated, right? And there's probably a little order block right here. Oh, fuck, come here. Little order block right there. Fully mitigated, same thing. Tapped, right? They got right to the 50. Failure swings, right? So the thought being it's going to go, it's going to go down. Well, of course they're going to go get that low. Of course they are. Nope. That's just liquidity there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a trade there? Well, okay, so what would the trade be, right? If anything, it would be a short. You don't want to buy this going right into that. You don't want to buy right into the order block at the 50 in the golden zone. This is unmitigated up here, right? That little pocket. Oh, let's just make that gray box, right? So this swing here, do you see that, right? This has not been tapped, right? So if right, this is manipulation, right? So let's get them long here. We'll take it down. So when we come back here, now they can get out of their shorts, right? And the original path can be where they take it, right? So this is unmitigated right here. It's just as this, this one got a piece of, they got a piece of this right here, right? So they got some of that. I don't think there is a trade there because unless you want to short it, that's the only thing I would do is short it. Here I got Myro, if I have time left. Okay, last one. Shit, hang on. Ooh, I sure hope that's not coming through the mic. Okay, so last one here. I got Myro. Are you new, Myro? Myro, what are you giving me here, Myro? You're giving me, I can't see what it is. Copy link. Okay, so let's go here. I should probably stop right there. That one was so powerful. Okay, what do we got, Myro? Is this, AA, if you have time. AA. Is that what you wanted, Riot? I just did this Riot on Friday, right? I think I still have it up. Right? Is that what you wanted, Myro? AA. Where are you, Myro? Are you over here? There we go. Okay, now you're giving me American Airlines. Okay, I was wondering why I was getting Riot. Okay, so hang on. Let's go. Oh, fuck here. Let's just do it here. Let's do AA. My bad, wrong link. Okay, all right, I got you, man. Okay, AA. Stocks. Last one. All right, then I got to get out of here. American Airlines. Is that what you wanted? No, you want Alcoa. You want AA. Alcoa. All right, so give me a second here. Let me just force a habit. All right, I'm so used to seeing it this way. Okay, American Airlines. Let's go to a daily, and we'll finish here. All right, so what do you got here? So you've got an ABC coming down. Okay. Myro, you knew for some reason I don't recognize your handle. All right, so let's where are we going here? Let's get to a weekly or 3-day. Let's see where we are. Okay, well there's COVID. Pretty nice recovery. Sure looks like an impulsive recovery. What did you give me here? I'm looking at your account, Myro. So you've got that's nice work. Very nice work. Okay, so here I'm just going to quickly give you, you didn't give me a chart that I could work with. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So there's an easy one. Oh, God damn it. Come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Where'd you put your 3? You're going all the way up here? I think you're doing it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3, right? So that's right. So tiny little 4. Are we in log? Yeah, we are in log. Oh, I guess we'll keep it in log since you're posting in log. Okay, so I got 1, right? This likely very little dispute amongst Elliottians that I have an impulse here coming off of the COVID low. Boom, right? Oh my God, the airlines are going to be out of business, or Alcoa is going to be out of business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, it's not too hard to, let's see how we're going to do this. You got a 1, 2 up there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here I'm just recreating his count. A, B, are we done? C. A, B, C. So do you see why he's got to do that? Why he's doing that? Because there's a 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how do we make that fly, right? If it's not, you could have been thinking you were done here. Oh, 1, 2, right? Oh, here we go. Nope. Right. That's why often you're working backwards with Elliott, right? So, oh, because that would have been easy to think, right? Oh, A, B, C, right? This is what you would have been thinking. A, B, C. Oh, it's a small C. Oh, that's unusual. Oh, but look, I got a 5. Right? When this breaks, you have to relabel. Right? Get used to it, right? Happens all the time. Okay, well, if we're going to relabel, how do I deal with this 5? Right? This is what we focus on, right? Elliott, right? This Elliott's genius, right? 3s and 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what? How is that going to work? Right? That's how we get that to work. Well, let's take you up a degree and go to green. Okay, so I got an A, B, C, into a B, C, A, B, C. Right, so I got that now. Does that look? Oh, it looks like that's going to be too far away. Right here, too far. Here, 50 to the tick. Now, what else do we have here? Again, so I know, hindsight, right? It's always so easy in hindsight, isn't it? All right, so we got liquidity here, right? So we get a double after this A, B, C, A. Right? So you can start putting it together, right? You can't trade you can't trade Elliott without trading market structure. You can trade market structure without trading Elliott, right? It's a trade-off, right? But you give up some advantages that Elliott has. A, B, C. Right, now coming down here, could I be done there? Well, do I look like I'm done there? Well, I got all my targets hit, and I've got a nice channel here. Right, come here. Right, pretty nice channeling, bringing that down. Right, don't forget the channeling. But does that look like I'm done there? And I've got a rip-roaring 3. Well, it doesn't. Right, 1, 2, 3. Maybe you can get yourself talked into that. Can you even do it? I guess you can probably get you're stretching a little bit, right, to call this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But let's go with it. So what's that, right? Like your count has already fallen apart. So it looks more like a 3. So now you'd back into that and say, okay, well, I thought maybe we were done here. But now that looks like, so if I'm working backwards, what would you think? 4, 3, 1, 2, something like that. I don't know for sure. Right? So if it were going to be done, I need it done like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that how he's got it? Yeah, that is how he's got it. A, B, C, D is triangle in the 4. It's good work, Myro. It's nice looking work. A, B, C to the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can it be done here? Oh, I want to be. I want to be done here. Does it look right? It doesn't look right. So in my view, that's no trade. Because it had a great start, but I didn't get what I needed here. I didn't get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get it. Right? Market doesn't give you what you want often. Get used to it. So, oh shit. A, B, is this going to be, we're going to go into something complex here? Now, I'm not saying that couldn't launch from here, but I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't buy that. Why? So what's the only reason that you would have to buy that? FOMO. Oh shit, I know that's going to go. Oh, I don't want to miss it. Are you going to miss anything, really? Are you going to miss something? What are you going to miss, right? Sure looks to me like that's ABC. 1, 2. So is this 1, 2? Right? Why not? Right? Why couldn't that be 1, 2? Right? Of course, it could be. Right? So this 1, 2. Right? Perfect spot for a 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's a little shaky on the 1, but I am on a daily. 2. Why not? Why not? There is no reason why not. So you'd be thinking, shit, man, do I have to, right? Well, actually, look at it, right? Do I have a good finish here? 1, 2, So now I'd have to be thinking, if this is A, B, C, D, E. This is my triangle 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now, you're already doing a clusterfuck in here, right? So you're going to have to do this. All right, you can kind of see the problem here. This is going to have to be A, B, C, 2. 1, 2, it doesn't finish, right? So the finish here doesn't play ball because of this. Even trying to work that like this, I don't get a 5 to finish. So this is iffy, right? So again, I come back to why take something iffy? Now, sometimes people post here, right, because it's something they're in, right? And then it's like, well, oh, fuck, I'm telling them not to be in it. It's not that I'm saying don't be in it, right? I'm never telling you what to do. I'm just looking at the TA. And so I can just say, and I give you again, it's almost 29 years of doing this. Why? I saw people do this all the time. I remember I was a broker for 10 years. I would watch people, and when you're a broker, you can't talk them out of the trade, right? Because if it's a winner, they'll fucking sue you, right? So you got to be like, well, if you're comfortable with that, okay. You kind of have to do that. What is your count here? If I can't get clear, and if my count is different than your count, and your count is different than my count, why are we trading this? I want one like this, where it's like, 100 out of 100, going to call that a 5. 100. Now, do we have a 5 here? No, I don't. I want it, right? If you're in this trade, you're like, oh, fuck, man, come on, can't we just take it? Well, have at it. I'm just saying, there's no reason to. All right, guys, I guess I got to wrap there. Myro, I am absolutely not trying to shit on your work here at all. In fact, your work is excellent. Excellent. Right? But we're coming to just working through this together going, it's not done yet. But your work is very good. It's just, what did you get? Here, let me get yours up here. See if this will come over. I think it will. Right, so you got the same problem here. What are we doing here? You calling that a 1, 2, 3? Nope, can't do it. Right? You want it to be done here, just like I do. You want that to be done. It's not done. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you're stretching already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? This is the 4, and that's the. Okay, maybe. Oh, shit, I don't see it. This is what he's hoping for. I gotta get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not saying it's not possible. This already, that's a little iffy. Okay, maybe you get that, right? 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C. Okay, let's see it, right? We're not there, so we're going platinum. The ABC, W, X, Y, right? We look like we're done there. Well, if you were looking for a long here, I sure as hell would wait for something impressive to break that, right? So there's the pattern, right? So we can look at this and say, okay, break that, break this, now come back, right? Right now I'd be looking here for that. But it's a little. The thing about the TA is you can see what you want to see, right? And you can do, I call them an Elliott shuffle, where you kind of like, oh, fuck, I'll put that there. I kind of want that to be done. Careful of that, right? There's just I just be picky is what I'm saying. Just don't take it just because that might be. lock and load, like, oh, I fucking see it perfectly. Oh, yes, give me that, right? Give me this. Boom, right at the golden zone. I'll take that all day long, right? Because I know what's the worst case? Oh, little jab. Oh, I took one on the chin, right? But it's not going to knock me out. I'm not out of the game. Name of the game, stay in the game, right? You do something stupid like this, and just because you want, oh, fuck, I have to look good. I saw it on some webinar. Fuck, I don't know. That's where you hurt yourself, right? And then it's the mental punishment comes in. What was I thinking? Why? All right, guys, that's all I got. Okay, let me wrap up there. Did the market come almost all the way back, right? Manipulation. That is what we work with, right? So when I started this live stream, you can't fight the manipulation, right? You have to look for it. You have to understand how it works. It's going to happen in every market, so you can't go, oh, the fucking manipulation, they stopped me out. You can't go, well, they stopped me out, but that's the way it works in the markets. Okay, guys, you have a good one. I'm done. I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys.